power and data grapple fixture. Zarya was the first component of the International Space Station, launched back on November 20th, 1998. From its walked-off position on Zarya, the Canadarm2 later today will begin about a 7-hour survey, detailed photographic survey and video survey of the vacant docking port to ensure that it is clean. Russian flight controllers will keep their eyes peeled on that survey, looking for anything untoward that might necessitate a contingency spacewalk later this week by Russian cosmonauts Oleg Novitsky and Pyotr Dubrov to clean that docking port before the multipurpose laboratory module arrives. It is highly unlikely that that will be needed, but the Russians are keeping it in their back pocket just in case they see something untoward that would require a spacewalk by Novitsky and Dubrov to clean that docking port. We are about 12 minutes away from the commands being sent to begin the opening of the hooks, holding the Pirs docking compartment in place to the International Space Station. At the moment, the International Space Station and the Expedition 65 crew, which is on board conducting its normal Monday morning business of maintenance and scientific work, its atmosphere, the Pirs will have spent 19 years, 315 days, 15 hours, 10 minutes, and 57 seconds of operational activity. Once again, you're looking at a good view of the unpiloted ISS Progress 77 cargo craft. At the top of your screen, docked to Pirs, which is at the bottom. The Progress's engines will fire later this morning, just after 9 a.m. Central Time, for 17 minutes and 37 seconds in the deorbit maneuver to send it and the Pirs docking compartment back into the Earth's atmosphere, where they will burn up. The International Space Station about to cross over the Arabian Sea, and just to the south of the Saudi Peninsula on this orbit of the Earth, everything is in readiness for the departure of the Pirs docking compartment to end almost 20 years of service to the International Space Station. The departure of the Pirs docking compartment coming up shortly, and the subsequent docking of the Nyoka multipurpose laboratory module planned for Thursday doesn't end this week's busy agenda at the International Space Station, as preparations are continuing down in Florida at the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station for Friday's scheduled launch of an Atlas V rocket to send the Boeing Starliner spacecraft on an unpiloted test flight to the International Space Station, and a docking that is planned for Saturday, July 31st. Less than 7.5 minutes to go before the initiation of the opening of the hooks, holding the Pirs docking compartment in place at the International Space Station.
Houston, station on 2 for CWCI fill.
Go ahead on 2.
I show 25 minutes has passed since the init. Are you ready for 4.1?
Affirmative.
Copy, in work.
Station Houston on 2, Megan. Before we lose comm, want to give you the go for the EDIV swap. In step 1.1, you have Houston's go.
This is Mission Control Houston. A good view of the ISS Progress 77 cargo craft that arrived at the International Space Station, docking to the Pirs docking compartment back in mid-February, loaded with fuel. A lot of that fuel to be used within the next few hours to deorbit it and the attached Pirs docking compartment for a re-entry back into the Earth's atmosphere, where the two spacecraft will burn up harmlessly over the Pacific Ocean, opening up the Earth-facing port of the Russian segment of the station for Thursday's automated docking of the unpiloted Nyoka multipurpose laboratory module.
Okay, I copy. Safing is in place for the EDIV swap, and the CWCI disconnect complete, and the PWD is returned to rehydration station. Can you confirm that the PWD is still out of service for us during this time frame?
That is correct.
Okay, thanks.
Physical separation confirmed at 5:55 a.m. Central Time, 6:55 a.m. Eastern Time, as the International Space Station flew 260 miles over northern China. The Pirs docking compartment is free from the International Space Station that had been its home. Having arrived at the station back on September 16, 2001, the Pirs docking compartment and the attached ISS Progress 77 backing away from the international outpost. Again, undocking occurring at 5:55 a.m. Central Time, 6:55 a.m. Eastern Time over northern China. Standing by for a thruster firing burn by the Progress to increase its opening rate with the Pirs docking compartment away from the docking port to which the combined spacecraft had been attached to. And the separation burn is now underway. And the burn is complete. Good burn. International Space Station. So the docking port now open for the NASA multipurpose laboratory module, which is expected to link up to that Earth-facing port on Thursday morning. The deorbit burn by the Progress's engines is expected just over 3 hours from now. And again, that will be a 17-minute, 37-second deorbit burn, a braking maneuver to slow Progress and Pirs down by 425 meters per second, allowing it to drop out of orbit for its destruct. That mantle now to be inherited by the NASA multipurpose laboratory module.
Unsell station on 2. Do you mind if I start the ActiWatch setup?
And Mark, you are go to start the ActiWatch.
Copy, thanks.
Even as dynamic operations are continuing, Mark Vande Hei aboard the International Space Station, part of the Expedition 65 crew, talking to payload controllers at the Marshall Space Flight Center in Huntsville, Alabama. The crew continuing its Monday morning complement of maintenance work and scientific research. Progress and Pirs flying over southeastern Russia, about to enter an orbital sunset and about to begin a track from northwest to southeast. To recap, everything has gone off on time with the departure of the ISS Progress 77 cargo craft and the attached Pirs docking compartment, ending its 20-year run at the International Space Station, soon to be deorbited to burn up in the Earth's atmosphere less than 3 hours from now. Undocking occurring over northern China at 5:55 a.m. Central Time, 6:55 a.m. Eastern Time. Later today, robotic ground controllers here at Mission Control in Houston will send commands to walk off the Canadarm2 robotic arm onto a grapple fixture on the Zarya module to begin a detailed video survey of the vacant docking port, ensuring that there's nothing untoward that Russian flight controllers would see to impede the on-time arrival of the Nyoka multipurpose laboratory module planned for docking to that port on Thursday morning. Progress in Pirs now over the northwestern Pacific Ocean, beginning a swing from northwest to southeast in an orbit inclined 51.6 degrees to either side of the equator, soon to enter an orbital sunset. Everything went very smoothly with today's undocking of Pirs. Which first arrived at the International Space Station on September 16, 2001.